Welcome. You can start to get yourself set up to either sit today or lay down. It could be on the ground, a chair, a couch, a bed, however you wish. We're exploring practices for connection coupled with gentle expansion and easing up, lightening up, right? We're strengthening our ability to feel more connected with all of these experiences that each one of you contributed to, right? This contradiction, even within this contradiction and this dynamic flow of changing experiences, we are strengthening our ability to feel more connected to ourselves, each other, and the world around us. And then you add in, particularly in light of the fact that many of us are moving out into the world again after being in some form of contraction or isolation for the past 16 months. And that might be a real relief, and it might be exciting and feel like, rebirth in so many ways, but it's always also, I know, for myself and many of you who've reached out, it stirs up complicated emotions and maybe a little or a lot of anxiety, whether it's disillusionment or hopefulness and everything in between. But simultaneously, we know that while it's difficult for us to just move through this time period for whatever reason, we simultaneously know that a sense of connectedness is healing, and it's essential for our well-being. So to help us feel more calm and connected as we move through this threshold together, we're using Metta practices all month long, whether you are moving out into the world or you're staying home, in our meditation and in our movement and our resting practices. And today we're going to explore compassionate breathing, right? And it's one of the best ways I know, and research does confirm, that it helps calm the nervous system and promote feelings of connectedness, right? As we breathe more deeply and rhythmically, it quells stress, it enhances relaxation neurologically, right? So it promotes the chemistry of calm, the chemistry of connection through releasing hormones like serotonin and oxytocin, which not only helps us feel more warmth and more ease, but more actual friendliness. We need a friendly hit, right? Because when we feel more friendly towards ourselves and more connected towards ourselves, it naturally is felt by others, and that it helps us to feel more connected to others in the world around us. So let's begin. Coming to a comfortable seat or laying down if you wish. You can close your eyes or leave them open, whatever you may prefer. Before we move into our awareness of the breath, we always begin with creating a connection to the support of the ground, relaxing our weight onto the earth. So take a few long breaths. Exaggerating the exhale a little bit as you drain your weight and your attention and your tension down from your head and into the ground. Maybe let your face be at ease. You can let your face go soft, releasing any squinting around your eyes and brows, your temples. Let your jaw dangle. Just allow your shoulders to fall from your ears. Letting the weight drain down from the shoulders, the torso, the belly, down into the ground. And letting yourself land on the ground completely. Just consider whatever's under your body, whatever's under your body, your seat, your cushions, your couch, your bed. The earth is under that. The earth is always there for us. Inviting us to rest on its support, inviting us with its loving force of gravity to land on the earth. So just a couple of breaths on your own. Let yourself be on the earth. Let your body be on the earth. And to bring our mind more home to our body, we create a connection through the breath. So without losing a sense of the earth, we'll expand our attention to include now the breath. Maybe you could imagine just for a moment, just an imagery for a moment, imagine you're sitting on the beach on a calm day and you're watching gentle waves rise and fall. Just consider, like the ocean, each wave of our breath fluidly comes and goes on its own. Rising and falling just like the waves in and out of one ocean. So we're simply going to practice allowing our breath to flow on its own, like the waves rise and fall, and we'll just witness it. So you can follow the breath with your mind if you need to have a little more precision, following it all the way into the top of the inhale and all the way out to the bottom of the exhale. You can trace the breath with your mind, or you can sort of imagine the big wide open view of the ocean, like you're just watching waves rise and fall. Maybe you don't need to follow each wave. And just, you can let your mind rest on the flow of the breath. The same way your body can rest on the earth, your mind can rest on the breath. Without expectation, without judgment, without changing anything, you're simply allowing the breath to flow on its own, witnessing it. The breath is something we allow. It's not an activity we need to accomplish. It's a process that will happen. The body will breathe without you having to do anything. You are being breathed. No effort is needed, nothing to accomplish. The breath happens on its own. Your body and the environment around you together will do the work for you. this blessing of the breath, this gift of the breath will happen on its own. So we're just allowing the earth to support us, allowing the breath to flow through us. The caring breath, breath that brings you not only your energy, but literally your life force. So we bring our mind home to our breath. We begin to feel the connection to life. Bring our mind home to the breath. We feel more connected in our body, on the earth, in our lives. So you may wish to bring your hand to your heart or your hands across your ribs, wherever you might want to feel your breath most. I like the hand on the heart practice as we move into the compassionate breath practice, the Metta breath. As you have your hand on your body or your hand on your heart, feel the breath moving under your hand. Maybe you might want to even imagine that you could breathe in and out directly through your heart, your chest. Maybe you might hear the audible sound of your breath as you feel it in your body. The breath is always whispering to you. Our heart center, our lung center, the home of our breath. The breath is always whispering to you sweetly in your body, in your ear. It's always talking to you. And your breath is not the one saying, "Hey, idiot." Your breath is the one saying, "Hey, I love you. Allow me to care for you. Allow me to fill you and flow through you and nourish you." Your breath is always whispering to you, "Allow me to support you." Loving, kind breath. So allowing yourself to receive the blessing of the breath, one ocean of breath, one ocean of breath, our breath. Individual waves of breath moving through you, our breath flowing through you. Infinite ocean of breath. Literally connecting each of us, literally connecting each of us. One earth underneath us, literally connecting each of us. No matter how you are showing up today, no matter how you feel, the support and love and care of the earth, a compassionate breath, is here. Here we are together in the here and now of our breath. Here we are together in the here and now of our breath as it's happening. Just gently feeling the here and now of the inhale together. And the exhale. And may you feel connected to the flow of our breath. This is what the breath might whisper to each of us. The Metta prayer of the breath. May you feel connected to the flow of our breath, the single ocean of breath. May you feel the flow of our breath bringing you ease and energy. May you feel the flow of the breath. May you feel me, the breath, supporting you and caring for you and loving you. Infinite ocean of breath, the eternal breath. So let's use this breath, this compassionate breath, to send a wish to someone who may need the reminder, need to remember, or need to experience the connection of our breath. Maybe imagine someone who could really use this remembrance that our breath is always there for them. Someone who could benefit from feeling the support and connection of our breath, the nourishment, the love, the energy of our breath, the community of our breath. Maybe think of one person in mind for the first round, and then the second round, bring to mind as many people as you wish, and perhaps our whole planet. So just one person. You can even recite a metta prayer for them. I'll say 3 lines. You could recite each one as you hold this being in your mind. May you feel connected to the flow of our breath. May you feel the flow of our breath bringing you ease and energy. May you feel our breath supporting you, caring for you, and loving you. And picturing as many beings as you would like, gather the faces, the images of some beings, and just keep adding on until you picture these beings on the whole planet, so that our blessing encompasses all of creation, all beings that are linked together on our breath, all of nature that is linked together on our breath. May you feel connected to the flow of our breath. May you feel the flow of our breath bringing you ease and energy. May you feel our breath supporting you, caring for you, and loving you. And namaste. Thank you so much for practicing. And actually, I have just a minute. I'd like to read, finish with this inspiration, David Suzuki. Every breath is a sacrament, an affirmation of our connection with all other living things. Every breath is a sacrament, an affirmation of our connection with all other living things, a renewal of our link with our ancestors, and a contribution to generations yet to come. Our breath is part of life's breath, the ocean of air that envelops the earth. May you be well. May you remember your breath today at any time, just hand to heart, send it to yourself, reconnect, send it to someone you know who needs. And we'll pick up on the mat with some compassionate breathing, movement to increase our feelings of the breath, and a little bit of rest.